Morning and welcome to episode 6 of the Ball Games podcast. Let's get into it. Episode 6, Bruno. We're cooking on fucking gas now.
We're stepping up. Stepping up our game.
The games. So I'll tell you what, we're going to start today by paying tribute to England 1966 World Cup winning legend, Jack Charlton, who has died aged 85. Jack was also a hero for Leeds United as a player, where he spent his entire playing career, and a hero as a manager for the Republic of Ireland. R.I.P. Big Jack. Football has lost an icon.
Big legend. So.
Yeah. Okay, Bruno, so story here. Football lawmakers have delayed a decision over whether clubs may use up to 5 substitutes next season. What do you make of it? Do you reckon they should? Shouldn't?
I don't know. Probably not. To be honest, I think the free subs is more than enough.
I could see maybe pushing it up to 4. But is there any point? You know,
it's what I discussed with you earlier.
Things like extra time, maybe you can allow one extra.
Smaller teams will have more waste, more time to waste with this. So you know exactly.
Yeah,
how it's
and then bigger teams have an advantage because they can bring on better players. You know, 5 world-class players coming on for the likes of Liverpool and City, who've got very good squad depth. You know, even Chelsea United.
It makes a big difference if you bring 5 guys from the bench that are quality to be on the starting 11.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move on. So there's another story. A 12-year-old boy has been arrested by police investigating racist messages sent to Crystal Palace forward Wilfred Zaha on social media. Zaha revealed he'd received several abusive messages on social media before Sunday's trip to Aston Villa, where they lost 2-0. His manager Roy Hodgson called the abuse cowardly and despicable, and the Premier League called the abuse of the Ivory Coast winger completely unacceptable. West Midlands Police tweeted Zaha to say they would look into the abuse, and hours later confirmed an arrest. They said, "We were alerted to a series of racist messages sent to a footballer today, and after looking into them and conducting checks, we've arrested a boy." The 12-year-old from Solihull has been taken into custody. Thanks to everyone who raised it. Racism will not be tolerated. Too right.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Usually,
but it shows that they can find these people. So just because Black Lives Matter is so prominent in the world right now, that shouldn't be the catalyst for them to actually start doing it.
This should happen
every single
time ago.
Yes.
The only thing I have to say
the
about
clubs
this,
do more than the governing bodies and the police.
Yeah, of course. By banning the fans from the stadiums,
the
everything.
Can find out who they are. Why can't the police do something about it?
No, that's true. That's true. The only thing that I have to say about this is that usually it's not the 12-year-old boy that gets arrested, and it's different reasons.
40-plus-year-old man,
and it's not for racist abuse.
Yeah. Right. So full Champions League quarterfinals and Europa League quarterfinal draws have been made, Bruno. So we've got Real Madrid versus or Manchester City versus Lyon or Juventus, RB Leipzig versus Atletico, Napoli or Barca versus Chelsea or Bayern, and Atalanta versus PSG. Interesting games there.
We can assume it's Bayern, right?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely Bayern, mate. Bayern some sort of miracle. But I think the Atalanta PSG game is one that I'm looking forward to the most.
I think Atalanta might win that game.
I think they've probably. I'd put good money on them getting quite close to the final.
I'm actually considering to put some bets on those.
50p bet, you know.
But it's gonna be weird because Champions League without fans in the stadium, it will be completely.
Well, that's how they're going to do it. So those second legs of the remaining ties will be played where they were meant to be, and then it's going to be some sort of like mini tournament in Portugal that we mentioned last week. Also, the Europa League quarterfinal draw is as follows: Wolfsburg, or Shakhtar Donetsk versus Eintracht Frankfurt or Basel. Could be an all-German affair, that one. Lask or Manchester United versus Istanbul Basaksehir, I think that's how you say it, versus FC Copenhagen. Inter Milan or Getafe versus Rangers or Bayer Leverkusen. Olympiacos or Wolves versus Sevilla or Roma.
You know what? I think United has all the chances to win Europa League.
I think Wolves as well. If they get through the Olympiacos tie, Sevilla or Roma is no easy win, but they're more than capable.
Yeah, but Olympiacos doesn't have a bad team, to be honest.
Well, the Wolves have got their player, haven't they? Pedence, that scored against Tottenham, I think.
Yeah.
Or was it Arsenal?
Olympiacos still has a few Portuguese guys. José Sá is the goalkeeper.
It's basically fucking Portugal versus Portugal.
They have Ruben Semedo.
Yeah.
They have a few more, but Ruben Semedo is a piece of shit anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
Robbing people at gunpoint, top bloke.
Top bloke being arrested and shit like that. I know.
Okay, so other news: Norwich City are officially relegated from the Premier League after losing 4-0 to Mikel Antonio. Sorry, I mean to West Ham.
Not surprised, to be honest. They're relegated.
Yeah, they're poor, man. But I think, like we were speaking about the other day, I think a lot of their young players will be bought. The likes of Todd Cantwell, Max Aarons, Ben Godfrey, probably that Jamal Lewis as well. It is what we said. The strikers will stop scoring. They stopped scoring a long time ago. They're not finding goals in games and they're defending poorly.
And again, a goalkeeper that commits so many mistakes.
Yeah, I know. He's done it in the last few games, mate.
He was actually a good goalkeeper when he was back at Newcastle.
For penalties, yeah. But not for anything else.
When he comes from the bench in Holland.
Alright, so let's go to our first section, Weird News. And to introduce him, he catches feels quicker than you catch a cold. No, it's not Drake, it's Bruno Diaz.
That's not true. But
any weird news for us, Bruno? It is true, don't deny.
Okay, let's start with one that I found that said, could this be the latest sighting of the Loch Ness Monster? And there's a picture of something that looks like...
oh, you mean that clear and obvious fish?
Yeah, it looks like a carp. And to be honest...
Just a large fish.
The thing is, when I look at this picture, now that I think about it, it looks like fucking photoshopped.
Yeah,
because
probably.
Look, it looks like an enlarged, not penis, fish. It looks like an enlarged fish.
You were going to say penis, but
well, every time you say enlarged, that's the word that comes next to
penis?
it. I don't know.
How often do you say the term enlarged penis? Are you having phone sex with your fiancé going, "Hello, Christina, I currently have an enlarged penis. Could you please help me to disengorge it?"
Disengorge
so official. Before we do, please sign this contract. Yeah, it was dodgy, mate.
It looks really dodgy, but it shows the back of an animal in the water.
It ain't Nessie, mate. We know it ain't Nessie.
I would bet more on Messi than Nessie there.
What, Messi going for a swim?
It's the perfect size for Messi. It looks like a fucking dwarf anyway.
And he dives so much, he is basically a fish. Oh! Got him! I know if you're listening, Lionel, which you definitely are, that's going to hurt that one.
Oh,
you won't be coming to dinner next week.
Okay, there's a zoomed in picture.
Oh, let's have a look. Turn the screen a little bit.
This is actually not photoshopped. This is something big. It looks like I would say a whale.
That's photoshopped. Are you joking?
I don't know, man. It's weird.
You don't have a whale in a lake, mate. How would it get there?
Oh yeah, it's a lake. I forgot about that.
That's photoshopped, 100%. That's fake. Fake news.
This is like one of those Stockley Park carps. Yeah. They just fucking...
Mate, I could Photoshop that.
Man, you can Photoshop anything.
Yeah,
I've seen your skills.
It's normally incriminating pictures of you guys. I had a thought for your wedding. I was going to do like a slideshow thing of the stag do and just Photoshop us into loads of ridiculous places.
Places that we have never been.
Just us doing like a load of cocaine at the table. It's definitely not us.
Just, you can see that it's poorly photoshopped.
And the police join in as well. Yeah, it will be obvious. I'll make our heads slightly too big for the...
And the police, obviously the police, you can put the faces of some of our friends to make sure it's obvious that we're not doing anything.
Exactly. Right, go on.
Okay,
next.
let's move on. The next one is a man with a horse and a cart is furious after being refused service at the KFC drive-thru, which I can totally understand because he fucking drove through.
Listen, mate, you're coming from the 1700s, you've just evaded a highwayman, and you just fancy a KFC.
It's in Carlisle, Cumbria, so,
They do.
But look at the horse. Just for the horse, I would have served him the food.
Yeah, I would have served the horse. I wouldn't have served the bloke. I mean, what can I get you for your horse? We don't have hay, unfortunately. You can have a fucking bargain bucket.
He felt humiliated. I would feel humiliated by going to drive through.
He should have felt humiliated showing up, first of all. Being refused service is not humiliating about that.
He's really annoyed because he was queuing behind the cars and nobody told him. Only when he got to the window they told him.
That would be annoying, wouldn't it? That would piss you off.
And then, you can see his face. He's really annoyed.
Yeah. Who's taking these pictures?
I don't know, mate.
Is there a professional photographer following him around?
I think every place has a professional photographer just in case shit like this happens. And
we've got one.
Looking at him, I'm pretty sure he's thinking like, shit, there goes my popcorn chicken.
What am I going to do now?
It's weird, man. It's just weird.
Why don't you just ask someone in one of the cars to buy it for him?
Well, there was a guy I saw. This one I remembered because I saw this. A guy went to McDonald's, and behind him in the queue, there was a car with 2 or 3 girls, and they were honking because they wanted him to move faster, doing like fucking signs to him, everything. He kept his calm. He went to the window, paid for his meal and their meal, then went through. And then when they got to the window, they were going to pay, and the lady said, "Oh, you paid your food and everything." And he's like, I did the right thing. So what did you do? I took their dinner and mine.
So they're probably thinking, oh shit, man.
What a nice guy. And he fucked off with their dinner.
Oh, he took it.
He did it. Never mess with an older guy.
Right, come on, next story.
Next one is a woman. Is a woman that woke up in a body bag after mistakenly being declared dead.
Where was it?
Paraguay.
Oh, okay. No need. No, don't need to say
I just want to know how the fuck does the doctor declare her dead, and then
she's still got a pulse. She's still breathing. I can see her chest moving. No,
dead.
she's dead, mate.
She's dead. Look at her dead.
It's the nurse. No, she's not. Sorry, who's the doctor in the room?
Yeah, who's the fucking doctor here?
You are. I reckon he does it all the time. You are right. So yeah, she's dead.
Move on.
Bye.
Next.
Dead.
No pulse. No pulse on this one.
What do you mean I'm dead? I've just got a cold, mate. No, you're dead. Next. But I was imagine the funeral. Imagine everyone just be freaked out. She wakes up like, fucking hell, it's a zombie! Get it with fire!
And since it's Paraguay, I'm not surprised that somebody has a gun in the fucking funeral and just
a fucking priest.
And just shoot them.
She just wakes up like, I am Jesus.
Dead.
I have returned. Bang.
Dead.
Some fucking Romans all over again. Judas! Curse you, Judas!
Even you, Brutus. That's with Julius Caesar as well, so...
Wrong one, mate.
No, I know, but I'm going as well to the Roman side,
Curse you, Judas, you bastard!
A woman dating a chandelier has discrimination case thrown out.
Fucking hell.
First of all, why...
Is it America?
Look at her kissing the chandelier.
Is it America, Bruno?
I have no clue. It doesn't say.
Is it Florida?
But wait, she's in a relationship. This is very important. 92-year-old chandelier.
Oh, that chandelier's a fucking cradle robber.
Fucking hell.
Get someone your own age chandelier.
Amanda Liberty says her sexual orientation is an attraction to inanimate objects.
Amanda Liberty?
That's a fucking liberty.
It's a fake name.
Jesus Christ. What? Okay, I know a chandelier has
What's his name?
a lot of things coming out, but...
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to climb up onto it, would you,
Dude,
mate?
she's fucking kissing it.
Fucking weird cunt.
First of all, it's disgusting. Because it's a
Fucking weird
92-year-old.
How often is it cleaned? That's the question. Is it sanitary?
She's from Leeds. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it says it all, sorry. Carry on.
Right, next story, mate. I don't want to hear about this disgusting bitch.
This one is a little weird. So, a rusty knife was embedded in a man's head for 26 years after he was mugged.
How do you not know? Look where it is in that x-ray. He hasn't realised for 26 years.
No, I think he knew. The only thing is they were not able to take it until now.
No, I think he's done it for the clout. He's done it for the clout, mate. 26 years ago, he goes, oh, in 26 years, this will be big news.
Okay.
Like, he's done it for clout, mate.
No, they didn't take it because it was believed to pose a threat to his life if it was removed. But being inside a rusty knife.
Take it out. He's done this for attention, and I'm sick of it.
Jesus.
Fucking old cunt.
He thought like, I'm gonna die of corona, might as well take this shit off.
Yeah, you know what, fuck it.
Okay, so this one I don't understand. A pensioner was thrown from a fighter jet after accidentally pulling the ejector lever mid-flight.
First of all, what's she doing in a fighter jet? She's broken into a fort and stolen it. Is it GTA?
He went into a ride with. He paid to go on one of those rides.
Did he have a parachute?
I hope so.
Because it doesn't say if he's dead or not.
They're keeping the mystery.
I like that.
So
keep the story going for a few weeks, innit?
basically, 64-year-old French man.
Oh, he's a dumb idiot.
Okay, we understand.
Is it your dad?
No, he's not French.
There he is. They all are.
So the plane started a sudden and rapid ascent, and he gripped on for dear life, but he mistakenly gripped to the ejector seat lever.
Gripped on for dear life. He was in no danger. He's inside the plane.
But he's French.
So what? Did he get ejected out of the window?
Yeah,
Like smashed
like-
through the window? So the reason why they haven't said if he's dead or alive is because they don't know where the fucking body is. Somewhere over the Atlantic.
But that's the thing. He could have ejected the pilot as well at the same time. Luckily, he pulled only his fucking...
He could have ejaculated as well.
You don't know if he didn't. It might be down. Let me read the rest.
He ejected semen out of his penis. Go on, next story, mate.
I don't think I want to carry on with anything else. I don't have any
What about the
more.
wildcat one you said you had?
Oh, no. I have okay, I have another one.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, in Australia again. Trucker fights off deadly snake while driving at 70 miles an hour.
Literally the most Australian headline you could ever think of.
Also, one of the most venomous fucking snakes in the world, an eastern brown snake, and apparently she tried to bit his balls off.
Well, everything's poisonous in Australia. Fucking kangaroo bites you with deadly venom.
The funny thing is that he was driving and
Don't
it
go near
was.
koalas, mate. You get nipped. That thing's dying of the venom that it inflicts upon you.
No, but the funny thing is he was pulled over by the police because he was speeding. Imagine the police like,
Can fucking help.
And again, when questioned, Jimmy was the name.
Is Jimmy the Snake?
I think it's Jimmy the Snake. Like, fuck this. This guy's killing me.
No, this fucking bloke's attacking me.
He said that the snake started tangling around his legs and started biting the seat between his legs close to his balls. I think the snake just wanted to have some
Yeah, a
fun.
bit frisky. What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened to the snake afterwards? Did it slither off into the bush like you fucking tease?
I don't know, luckily.
Hashtag, the bloke's like hashtag me too.
Okay, no, I don't think so.
Is that it? Is that the last story, Bruno?
Yeah, it doesn't say what happened to the snake.
Oh,
I
think we can.
I actually think it was animal cruelty
Yeah.
because she just wanted a little fun, though.
I think it's safe to assume that they've probably killed that snake as well. R.I.P. Jimmy the Snake. Jimmy the Snake sounds like an old East End gangster.
I'm just trying to imagine the
Sounds like an old
snake.
East End gangster. Go and get Jimmy the Snake.
I'm trying to imagine Jimmy the Snake being brought back to the precinct and being questioned in cuffs. Yeah, because it doesn't slid out or anything.
And he's done a decent thing and wrapped himself around him so he can't get away. Look, I'm coming quietly.
Don't shoot.
Yeah.
I know I'm brown. Don't shoot.
We're Australian police, we're not American. Oh, okay.
Okay, in that case, that's fine. I'll go by myself.
Yeah. Question for weeks. Do it. Anyway, are we done?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, thanks for those weird news, Bruno. What should we do? Let's move on to truth or lies. Dun, dun, dun. Stop fucking coughing.
I cannot.
You fucking dying cunt. This week, the truth or lies, Bruno, are about international dishes.
Ooh.
And I'm an international dish myself, so I know all about it.
Of course you are.
Alright, Bruno, so the first one is called shirako. It's from Japan. I'll give you the translation. Shirako in Japanese means white children, but it refers to the sperm sacs of either cod, anglerfish, or pufferfish. Is that truth or lie?
It's a fucking truth.
It is true, Bruno. You are correct.
I know. Been there.
Next one. Yeah, you do. You like the salty balls of a man.
Yeah, of course.
Crispy tarantulas, Cambodia.
True.
Yep, I was there myself. I've witnessed it. Next one, Miran Lok, Mongolia. Fermented horse dung.
False.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lie. Next one, jellied moose nose, Canada. Jellied moose nose, Canada.
Well, we're talking about Canadian people, so I'll go with true on this one.
Isn't with Canada? Are you sure they'd be allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Final one, pickled monkey toe, Bolivia.
False.
Ooh, Bruno, yes, no.
Oh, I got them all. All of them this time.
Pissed off. You fucking prick. Right, but now we've got to do a shot because of you.
It doesn't matter if I win or lose. You know,
It doesn't.
it's a bit
It
indifferent.
doesn't make a fucking difference. What do we do? Should we have a tequila?
Yeah, it tasted rank last week. I'm pretty sure it didn't
you
change.
Give it big boy because you think it's something special. I don't need the shot on the lime.
No, but it still tastes like shit even with the fucking
No, but
lime.
it tastes less like shit, doesn't it?
No, it tastes like crap.
Love that sound. Come on. Just shake it a little bit to get what you want.
No.
It's the sound you make when you're gargling jizz.
No, this is actually an African dialect.
Oh, we're going to have to cut that out.
Why? It is true. It's actually a dialect.
Yeah, some of them speak like that, but it's a bit questionable the fact that you're saying it like that and then doing that noise when you don't actually know the words.
Oh no, I'm just...
I think you need to do a disclaimer there to say that you meant no offence to anyone.
No offence meant to anyone.
Tell your face. No, right, do it again.
No offence. For anyone.
We're not having any sort of fucking.
I just think it's really funny because it reminds me of that movie. What was the name? Ah shit! I only remember the name in Portuguese. That
No, translate that name into English. It's not that difficult.
No, if I translate it, it's the gods must be crazy, because it's a movie that there's a guy in a plane. He drops a Coca-Cola bottle in a desert in Africa. It hits one of the indigenous. And the actual dialect of them, it's...
Yeah, there is a language that uses those similar sounds, but...
Not this. I don't know what I'm saying.
You came out
I probably...
I'm very questionable.
No, I'm probably offending someone doing this. So no offense.
Apologise.
No
Stop doing the
offense,
fucking
man.
noise. You fucking idiot. What's wrong with you?
Do you want me to say it in the dialect?
No! You don't speak that language. Let's get these shots down as I move on quickly.
I think it's a good idea.
Just launch it, you penchod.
Sludge it. Actually, it tasted better today.
I hate it.
Whew. Thank God I have a nice coffee.
I've realised why you don't have any salt, by the way. Because you're salty enough. You're a salty bitch.
I'm a salty bitch.
Salty all the time, mate. Righty-ho. So, right, where are we? Oh, I've got some news stories that I've found this week, Bruno. Some of them might be considered weird. We'll go with the first one. So, British Cabinet are considering mandatory face masks to be worn in shops in England.
Worn where?
In shops in England, in restaurants, bars, pubs.
But it should be. All the other countries in Europe are doing that, for example.
Yeah, it's a shame those masks do fuck all, really, isn't it?
True.
Well, yeah, I mean, it should be done if it keeps people's mind at ease. But Michael Gove, who is an absolute cunt of a politician, saying, people shouldn't be made to do this. Fuck off, Gove, you're a cunt. And if you are listening, stop. We don't want you listening to our podcast.
Does he actually talk like that?
Because
if you added a little whistle in the middle, you know exactly what that reminded me.
Anyway,
Griffin.
So Ghislaine Maxwell, another absolute cunt, has requested bail due to significant corona risk. The British socialite was arrested on the 2nd of July and is accused of assisting convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein for his abuse of minors. So, like I say, another massive cunt. I hope you burn in hell, you whore.
I was actually going to say burn him and on the stage.
Actually,
burn him.
I'm not going to say burn in hell because there is no hell. Burn in a wooden casket in the middle of the desert, you fucking whore.
We're not in a cross in the middle of a fucking public space.
Hater. Burning crosses. First you're making
No,
fun of
burn him in a cross.
Yeah,
or in
it's
a
woman.
Oh, her. Okay, burn it like a witch.
So you're saying you want a burning cross put up in the middle of the street?
No, burn the person.
Do you understand?
against the cross. No, I'm not doing it.
About putting up a burning cross.
No.
Have you joined the KKK?
No.
What's that membership?
Okay, yeah. With 3Ks there. What's that?
What does that stand for? What, Bruno, what's wrong with you this week?
Nothing. It's the KFC one. It starts with a K. What I was trying to say is to put somebody attached.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you're already crucifying her, then why do you need to set her on fire? You know, when they burnt witches, it wasn't on a cross.
I know, but I want to crucify and burn the person.
No, mate. All right, this one will get you. A 30-year-old coronavirus conspiracy theorist who attended a COVID party has died of COVID-19. The idea of it is people attend a party hosted by someone who's been diagnosed with COVID-19 to see if they also contracted it. Just before he died, or they or she died, they apparently looked at their nurse and said, "I think I've made a mistake. I thought this was a hoax, but it's not." Ha, ha, ha.
I think I did a mistake. No
I
shit.
thought this was a hoax.
No shit.
Ha, 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 you dumb cunt. You are a dumb cunt. Fuck you.
Fuck. How much of an idiot do you need to be to do these things?
I know. What is wrong with people?
Like, from licking public toilets.
Literally people literally dying. Hundreds of thousands of people around the world dying. And you think it's a hoax. What do you think these people are just... They're fine, really. They actually go home in the end and like, oh, I'll sell this story that I died.
I don't even know what to say. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Got what he deserved. Fair play. Now, Bruno, this one's a bit of a sad story. I know this is going to pull at your heartstrings here, mate. And we feel really bad for this, but Robert De Niro says he'll be lucky to make $7.5 million this year. Oh, bless him. Due to coronavirus.
Can he go fuck himself?
Lawyers working on his on behalf of Robert De Niro say the Hollywood legend has seen his income take a nosedive. His lawyers say that he'll be lucky to earn $7.5 million this year.
Million.
Bless him. Bless him.
What a hard life. Is he gonna be?
$7.5 million. How's he gonna survive?
Is he gonna be begging for money in the streets?
How's he gonna survive, Bruno? Is he gonna be with a cardboard thing saying, "Oh, I need a job. I've only got $7.5 million this year."
God is coming.
To add to the fucking millions and millions he's already got. Robert De Niro, fuck you. You used to be a legend, but you're a cunt. Mate, I'm pissed off at all these things. Like, how fucking dumb are half these people? One of them is a fucking scumbag who helped a paedophile. One of them is a cunt politician. One of them is an idiot who got himself killed because he didn't believe coronavirus.
Another one is a good actor that is just a fucking prick.
Who's clearly fucking completely out of touch with reality. There are people that are lucky to make $12,000 a year in America.
Yeah,
people
do less. People do less.
There are people earning less than that, barely surviving. Poverty is high in America, and the cunt like him is coming up with things like that. Fucking get a grip and get in touch with reality, you idiot. Right, let's move on to something to lighten our moods.
Well,
Urban Dictionary Corner. Okay, Bruno. You haven't. Whilst I read out mine,
I already have mine open.
All right, Bruno. So my first one is called Skittles Harvest.
Skittles Harvest.
After eating a bag of Skittles a day for a week, when a man ejaculates, it tastes like Skittles, and you scream, "Taste the rainbow!" as he ejaculates. Here we go. Here's the description: the Skittles Harvest commercial with the mum and her son who has a Skittles tree as a bone. Taste the rainbow. I'm going to try that out. I reckon there's some scientific proof that supports that. Okay, Bruno, next one, a Hot Richard. When a man and a woman are spooning and the woman farts on the man's dick, making it feel warm and cosy, while spooning on the couch and waiting for ham to cook in my portable microwave, my wife gave me a Hot Richard.
Whoa. Hey.
Good one, isn't it? Right, here we go. So, Boston George. The act of ejaculating up a girl's nose, the girl then snorts the cum up.
Oh, fuck.
Andy gave Courtney a Boston George for her birthday. I've got one more. A dirty penguin. When male and female are in the act of sex, the male, before he blows, takes his dick out of her, shoots his wad into the woman's eyes. He then punches her in both tits, causing her to grab her breasts in pain and blindly waddle around the room, mildly resembling a penguin. Dirty penguin punches tits.
Okay. It's not.
There you go, mate. My ones. What do you mean?
Let's start with suicide wank.
Oh yeah, we've done this one before.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you have.
No.
Yes.
What's the suicide wank?
So you shout someone's name, you start trying to wank before.
Mum and dad.
Yeah, we've done that
I
before.
didn't do this one.
Liam did that one.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Unacceptable.
Bathroom battleship.
Okay.
When two friends are in a public bathroom in adjacent stalls taking dumps, each one wipes his ass with toilet paper and then proceeds to toss the soiled toilet paper over the top of the stall into his friend's stall in an attempt to hit his friend with the soiled toilet
Next
paper.
time we're in the public toilet, mate, I'm doing that to you.
Similar to the game Battleship,
I would do it with you.
except you use
I'm gonna
toilet
jack
paper
notes and tissue and lob it over at you.
with doo-doo instead of plastic bags in a bathroom stall instead of the game board. How did you get that shit stains on your shirt and in your hair? Johnny and I played bathroom battleship at the
I'll
supermarket.
tell you what would be a good game, actually, a drinking game. You could sit, let's say we sat out on your balcony, we put ourselves 2 metres apart with our backs to each other, sitting on a chair, and then we try and lob like a shot of alcohol at the other person and see if we can hit them without looking.
Well, why would I waste alcohol like
Well,
that?
you've got to try and catch it, ain't you?
Fucking hell.
And then you
Okay.
say hit.
Okay. Alligator fuck house.
Yeah.
We never did this one.
Wasn't that in Tiger King and that guy burnt it down?
A daring
His alligator fuck house.
A daring sexual maneuver. Mid-coitus, one person bites the neck of the other, locks their arms and legs down, and goes into a death roll, all while maintaining insertion like downshifting a car.
Death roll!
Listen to this.
Brilliant.
Sally, last night Johnny surprised me with an alligator fuck house, and I came for an hour and a half. I think the bite might have left a scar though.
That's hilarious. That's quality. Any more?
Panamanian petting zoo.
We'll do this is the last one, will you?
When one forces one's partner to pick the nuts and corn out of a bowel movement, the partner then presents the nuts and corn in a cup or a dish. One then tosses the nuts and corn onto the bed, where the partner eats them like a goat or other typical petting zoo animal. Also known as a Kentucky Klondike bar.
Oh, God.
Can I just do another one?
Oh, yeah, but one more. We're not doing loads. Make it good or I'll kill you. We'll do a shot after this one. Sambuca? Where's your whiskey glasses?
Here.
Right, I'll try and put my headphones...
Munting. Munting.
Munting, I feel like I know what this is.
A variation of necrophilia involving 2 live people and 1 dead one, male or female. To munt. Find and dig up a semi-decomposed corpse. One person then goes down on said corpse whilst the other jumps on the dead person's stomach, causing the juices, decomposed organs, to be forced from all orifices.
Oh my God.
These are then drank by the person orally connected to the corpse.
That has literally made me feel sick. What the fuck? I've no words. How are you finding that so funny, Bruno? Have you done it before? These work trips of yours are getting wild and out of control. You wrote that one.
Okay, I'm going to finish on a high note.
I told you, but that was the last one.
No, on a high note, because this
Okay.
one was bad for you. Flying camel. As your gal is lying on her back and you're hammering her from your knees, you very carefully move forward and prop yourself without using your arms on your dick while it's still inserted in her vagina. You then proceed to flap your arms and let out a long, shrieking howl, much like a flying camel. Strictly a class move.
Strictly a class move.
My girl had to go to the girly doctor today. I think I injured her last night doing the flying camel.
I'll tell you what. Talking about girly doctor though, he's a gynecologist, right? How have gynecologists been working from home? Like over Skype?
Spread it.
His wife comes in and goes, "Are you fucking sexting with people?" "No, I'm fucking
I'm
working
from home.
Can you just insert your fingers and no, yeah, all clear. Go on."
Next.
Do you know what I feel that? Do you know what you call a blind gynecologist? A lip reader.
He actually is. He actually is.
Maybe I should have been a deaf gynecologist.
But imagine a gynecologist doing a Zoom call with several patients at the same time.
To be fair, they can't see each other, can they? So,
no.
You want a glass?
Yeah. On Zoom, you can see everyone. Everyone's on the screen. So there will be a screen full of vaginas.
Yeah, but I mean, they're showing their vagina, so they can't see, can they? The camera's pointing at their vagina.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually not a bad idea. That's what I call it anyway when I get women to do that. But I do have to pay them.
An amazing amount of money.
Excuse me, you don't know the women I get to do it. They're filth.
Yeah, I forgot we live in West Drayton.
Are you having some of this?
Are you threatening me?
Do you want some, do you?
You want some of this?
Some of this. I'll give it you, you can.
Calm down.
This is the last of it.
There's no need for fucking violence.
I might have to get a new bottle for the next one. Is that the last one? We're moving on?
Yeah, because... Well, we still have time for a few more.
No, we're moving on, fuck you. Okay, Bruno, let's move on to the biggest news of the weekend. UFC Fight Island. Wow. So, loads of really good fights. So we go with what I want to talk about the first fight. Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. Ribas won quickly with a delicious armbar. In the interview afterwards, she was pretty funny. Well done to her. That was actually
just a little.
She fought really well. Fight didn't last long.
Little shout out for Paige Van Zandt.
You like her?
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, she's a fucking loser.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You're in love with a loser, Bruno.
No, I'm not.
You're in love with her.
No, Ribas, that the way she got her arm.
Incredible. You saw Paige. To be fair to Paige, she held on for a long time to get out.
She was trying.
Couldn't. And well done to Ribas. The other fight was another women's fight. Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas.
What a fight.
What a fight. I'll tell you what, Rose Namajunas, her movement and striking was incredible.
But the advantage is also that she's much taller.
Yeah, she got the reach, hasn't she? I mean, Andrade did all right. She was... She did come out of it looking more beaten up, actually, Namajunas.
Just one thing. You speak English, so you said the name correctly. You said Andrade. Did you hear the commentators? Andrade. I'm like, where the fuck is the J on that name, you fucking cunt?
And one of them was like Andrade.
With your porn stash.
Mate, I know it because I've spent a lot of time around Portuguese people, so I've sort of...
But still, you see two Ds. It's not a fucking G.
Yeah. Well, you see two Ds regularly. Got him.
I knew I should have said this.
She dominated the fight and she won by decision. Maybe we're going to see Zhang Weili versus Namajunas next.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she's going to get destroyed.
Do you know what? I mean, if you think about it, like in terms of technicality, she's probably the best in terms of her movement and her striking.
She is.
But Weili hits like a heavyweight.
She does, and she's small as hell.
Power behind them. Like, there was a thing like Namajunas actually knocked out Jedrzejczyk.
Yeah,
Zhang Weili obviously didn't, but if that was a normal day, she would have.
Probably.
Jedrzejczyk was just on it that day.
Yeah, it was. But her head was
I genuinely think that could be, if it's as good as the Zhang Weili Jedrzejczyk fight, we could be looking at another Hall of Fame fight.
Probably.
Zhang Weili looks incredible.
Namajunas, she's a really good fighter.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's a fellow who trains her, isn't it? He was a very good kickboxer.
He's a UFC fighter
he's
as
he's not anymore.
He used to be,
retired,
But the thing is, she's tall. She moves fast.
She's got range, yeah. But her
fucking
feet,
head
her feet,
movement.
her feet,
Yeah, the feet
is incredible. Yeah, she's almost like a cobra being,
like a little viper, like she's ready to. But she did really well, man. She did incredibly well.
She was very impressive.
Even though she had that massive hit in the eye.
Yeah, she floated herself. But yeah, I'd look forward to seeing Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas. Peter Yan or Petr Yan versus Jose Aldo. What a fight.
Yeah, Aldo started nicely.
Well, do you know what? Going into it, many people had written Aldo off already. They thought he was done. But
He won at least
do you know
one
what
round.
I would say for 3 of the 5 rounds, he was very good. He could even say that he possibly won the first 2.
Probably.
But Peter Yan took control from there.
When he put the foot on the gas,
Yeah.
forget that.
Round 5 was just bloodbath.
But every time he hit him, you
Yeah.
could hear. The thing is, you could hear it because now it's empty.
Yeah.
So you can hear the.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
The
"What?" And
thud.
those elbows
elbows.
that he threw, and you could just see
Brutal.
Aldo's face going.
So that was one of the 3 title fights, and it's a title that was vacated by Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, this one was consensus. That the young one, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think there's no doubt on that one. It
Yeah.
was really good. He deserves it.
Yeah, he won it by far.
I don't know who he's gonna fight next.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit open really, isn't it?
There's a lot of good
Cejudo's
fighters.
called him out, said he wants it. But
Cejudo wants to come back. He just wanted to see who's gonna take it.
he
and
was
now-
he was tweeting a lot of smack to he tweeted him, Petr Yan, talking shit, and then he texted the next person I'm going to speak about talking shit as well. So the next fight was Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway.
which for me is
Dodgy judging decision for me.
Holloway was the champ.
The first 2 rounds were far and away Holloway's.
Even the third.
100%.
Even
And
the
the
third.
third round, he was like some of the combos he threw in the kicks.
Did you see those ones?
Beautiful.
He did one of those combos that he goes with an uppercut.
Yeah.
He grabs him again with the left, and then he goes another uppercut
down.
straight away. I'm like,
One of his
wow.
kicks knocked him down as well.
Yep.
But the good thing about those kicks was that the uppercut lead with the uppercut, overhand left, overhand right,
He
and then
was-
the kick out of nowhere.
He was fresh, that motherfucker.
I
He
think,
was
for me,
really
he won the
fresh.
fight. And if you're looking at like we say, he won at least 3 of those 5 rounds. You could even say the 4th round.
I'm
was
pretty sure he also
potentially a
won. Yeah, the fourth, it's close.
But
It's
if you're
very
looking at
close.
that, so Volkanovski won 2 out of 5 rounds, so therefore
He
the
loses.
winner should be Max Holloway.
That's it. And everyone was
Because
convinced.
round 5 was Volkanovski's
But
100%.
you heard Michael Bisping saying this is Holloway.
Yeah.
There's no way this is going to Volkanovski in any way.
Well, Dana White condemned the judges.
He got up. He got
He
out.
was fuming.
Yeah, he got out.
Fuming.
He got up. There's an image you can see him getting up and leaving.
It's embarrassing.
The octagon like fuck
It's
this.
embarrassing. And then, of course, the biggest fight of the night, the other title battle, was Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. What we have to say is fair play to Jorge Masvidal stepping in with what is it, 8 days?
6 days.
6 days notice. He came out firing early on, but
that's exactly
he
what
landed a few
you
and then
expected.
taken down straight away.
I think
Usman controlled and dominated the fight, let's be honest.
he tried to do the same thing he did with Askren.
Yeah.
Tried to kill it straight away.
He dominated the entire fight, Usman, but for me, he missed an opportunity.
It was
What
boring.
he should have gone for the knockout, round 5. He could have made himself a legend.
He could
A
have
fucking
knocked him.
Superstar.
No, but he could have knocked him out.
Yeah.
Even before round 5.
this is a
he
problem.
had chances.
This is the problem. Usman's got one of the longest. He's equalled GSP's winning streak.
12 now.
12. But no one talks about Kamaru Usman.
No, because he doesn't knock out anyone.
No. His last knockout was years ago. He's even been in the Ultimate Fighter. I don't
He
even think it was
submits or
Yeah.
he goes to
TK,
split
decision. Yeah. But it was a dull fight. It wasn't exciting. I saw some of the stats at the end. He had a clinch of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes total clinch.
Round 3 or round 4 was like ridiculous.
Ridiculous, mate. But this is a thing. Like Kamaru Usman has won the fight. He stays the champion. His next fight is going to be someone like Gilbert Burns or Leon Edwards. And if you think Masvidal's next fight is going to be Nate Diaz,
For sure. That's
which one's going to be pay per view and which one are you going to watch? It's going to be Masvidal Nate Diaz.
Of course.
Masvidal is a superstar.
And Diaz as well.
Even through losing, he's getting a better fight. He's going to earn more money than Usman.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
So the thing is, if Usman went for the knockout, people would be talking about him in a better light.
But I don't understand.
I don't know which fight I'd rather watch. That's all I'm saying.
What do you prefer to watch?
Nate Diaz versus Masvidal, rather than Usman versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah. Burns. The thing is, I'm not sure if Usman will win against Burns, because I saw Burns against Tyron Woodley,
Yeah.
and Woodley stood no fucking chance since the beginning. Of the
Well,
fight.
Woodley was the favourite going in, wasn't he?
This guy Burns went and he literally destroyed him.
But
He
he's
did
another
whatever
grappler,
he wanted.
He's another ground
He's
fighter.
like Kamaru.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
So
they're gonna go to the
cancel
clinch.
each other
Clinch.
That's going to be one of the dullest things you've ever seen.
I've seen Burns' brother, younger brother, fighting. We're gonna have something coming there because that guy will be better than Gilbert.
Yeah, but if he's another just fucking ground fighter,
No,
it's
he's
done.
not.
He's a grappler.
He knocks people out.
What? He's a stand-up.
He goes to the floor as well, but he does a lot
He
of
can strike.
strike.
But the thing is, Usman can strike. Look at his frame.
But-
There's power behind those punches.
but he's also the one that has the biggest reach
Yeah.
of all of them.
He needs
can
to start
just punch them
offloading.
from anywhere.
I want to see him start offloading. Use your wrestling ability
Mate.
when they strike you.
Look,
But
if
strike, offload, throw some kicks.
that's the thing. If on the previous fight he broke Kobe Covington's jaw.
But he was lucky to get out of that fight with a win. Covington did well, and I fucking hate Covington.
Yeah, I know. He's shit. But if Usman goes into a fight with Masvidal and Masvidal has 6 weeks.
That fight against Kobe Covington was a really good fight, and I'll tell you why. Because Usman was offloading.
Yeah, he was.
He was
yeah.
fighting a striker, striking.
But he should have done the same with Masvidal because Masvidal is a
He could have
striker.
knocked him out. He didn't have all this time to train in
No,
the
but that's
official
what I'm
camp,
saying.
did he?
If Masvidal has the official 6 weeks or whatever to train, the fight is much different.
Much different.
Much
Because
different.
he will force Usman to stay on his feet. He'll be better in the clinch. He'll be better on the ground. Because he's not bad on the ground, Masvidal.
No. But you saw he could barely take him down because he has a good grappling defense. But the thing is,
Some of the takedowns are good, don't get me wrong. Some of the takedowns are good,
but Masvidal, for 6 days' notice, he took it like a man. He
yeah,
was
we have to say
taking
fair
it.
play to him. We
He
have
was
to say
taking
fair
it
play to
nicely.
Masvidal. Well done. But Usman stays a champion. Like we say, we'll see what the next fights are.
I
But
like Usman.
yeah, but Masvidal's a superstar, man. Even Usman at the end is saying he's the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the UFC
He
right
is.
now.
He is.
I don't know. I think it's still.
Diaz.
It's
No,
still
Conor.
McGregor. It's still Conor, man.
I don't know.
He's the money man.
I would like
Come
to
on.
see Conor fighting Masvidal.
Dana White did say that the Masvidal-Usman fight was trending more than any of McGregor's ones, but if McGregor-Masvidal gets a fight,
That's money fight.
that's probably the biggest money people will make in the UFC.
But the thing is, I don't know if McGregor wins that fight.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But
I would like to see McGregor fighting Khabib again,
really?
especially now that he's in a different mindset.
Yeah,
Because he was not in the right mindset when he fought him the first time. This time, focused like he was against Donald, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
it would be much different.
If he was as big as he looked against Cerrone against Khabib, and he could keep on his feet, if his defense in the takedown was better.
That's the thing. But I would like to see Khabib fighting someone that can actually knock him out.
But McGregor can if he's fight ready.
I want to see him fight Justin Gaethje. Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to go.
I think he beats Justin Gaethje, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
but
you.
I think he's
'Cause
going
I
to
think
take
he
a
takes it
lot
to
of
the ground.
damage.
Yeah, potentially.
Because Gaethje will hit
Gaethje's
him.
better on the floor than McGregor is as well.
And better than Poirier.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
Poirier's
he's...
last fight was incredible.
But the thing is, I'm pretty sure, I hope, I would like to see that fight. I think Gaethje will make a lot of damage on Khabib. Damage that he never had in his life before.
So speaking of UFC, there's apparently going to be a new UFC game, isn't there? Have you seen that? They're
UFC
going to,
4.
I think Masvidal and Adesanya are going to be on the cover.
Yeah, they're on the cover, and you see the part where you have the octagons in the street, in the
Yeah,
backyard.
that's in Kimbo Slice's.
Yeah.
Remember Kimbo used to
Yeah.
fights? That's in Kimbo Slice's backyard.
That's gonna be fucking
But you know
nice.
what? They're going to have
Joshua and
Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it?
yeah. But it's only if you pre-order now,
Yeah.
you have those two
Yeah.
free. It should.
I'm
be
sure you
interesting.
can obviously pay extra to get it once
Yeah,
it
of
comes
course.
out. But
But imagine Fury on the UFC. little Gypsy King. But going back to Masvidal, one thing. Did you see every time he got hit, you would see him fucking smiling like
oh yeah,
with that little grin.
I really enjoy that about
Fuck
him.
it hell. You see him
He's out on his arse and he's smiling at you.
like
Fucking hell.
you can see blood coming from his cuts
As
and he's
a
laughing.
fighter, he does that to try and get himself a
Mate.
psychological edge. Because imagine you fucking hit him so hard with a punch that knock out a normal human being, and he just smiles at you like, "Yes,
Yeah.
do it again. Hit
What
me
about
again."
what about the fight of the moment that's coming up next?
Huh?
The fight of the moment, the one that's coming up next.
Which one?
Cormier Miocic, 3.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Are we not done with that now?
But that's going to be interesting.
I thought Cormier was done, mate. But
I think
thought was hanging
he
up his
doesn't.
gloves.
I don't think he's going to win against
No.
Miocic. There's no.
Or have you seen what's his fucking Joe? What's his name?
Joe Rogan?
No,
Oh.
the other light heavyweight champ,
Oh, John Jones.
John Jones. He was full of shit as usual.
But, yeah,
He's a cunt as a person.
he's a bit.
As a fighter, you can respect him, but he was saying, "Oh, I want to fight Ngannou only if the money's right." And obviously, the UFC are like, "Mate, you've got a contract. You'll fucking take what we offer you."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to do it then because the money ain't right. You weren't going to do it anyway, you fucking liar.
Of course not. He's going to be battered.
The last 2 fights he's had have been against some of the hardest hitters in that division, and he's nearly lost. Should have lost against Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, no,
You-
Reyes.
Right, sorry, Reyes. You're going to go up against the hardest fucking hitter in the heavyweight division, and you're going to take that fight? No.
Let's
You're a
put
liar.
it this way.
It's full of
You're
shit.
going to go against the biggest heavy hitter in the UFC. It's not only
Yeah.
that division.
You're not going to take that fight, you liar.
There's no one
He's
that
a
hits
liar,
like Ngannou.
But the only reason he's done it is because then he can turn around to him. Well, look, I said I would fight him, but they're not giving me the right money.
Yeah.
And try and come out. But people can see through him. This is a guy who crashed into a pregnant woman's car, ran away, came back to get his drugs, and ran away
Yeah,
again.
but he was on drugs as well.
He's fucking dickhead.
But you know, the only guy that I see similar to Ngannou, and similar when I say similar, let's not compare the strength or anything because I think Ngannou has much more. But it's Paulo Costa.
Yeah,
He is a beast, and I think when it comes to
Do you know
hitting,
what? Those divisions have been missing good fights because for too long it's been fucking people that can't last the 5 rounds or even the 3 rounds, and they're just chugging away for basically from the first round onwards.
what do you
And
want
they're
to
just
see?
throwing lazy, heavy punches.
But
What we
want
want to see is people that have the energy,
but
big
don't
guys,
go the 5. I want to see them getting
big
knocked
guys
out.
that have the energy and can continuously throw throughout, not lazy punch after the second round, just throwing every lazy
And
punch.
that's
you
why
can,
I like
hoping you're gonna
Ngannou.
hit.
That's why I like Ngannou. He can throw it and he can keep it.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what my favourite fighter is? Not necessarily because they're one of the best fighters, but Derek Lewis for me. I love that guy.
Lewis is good.
Outside of the octagon, on his social media is class.
No, he's
his
a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
He's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet.
But
He's
I
a bit
think
like Rampage Jackson was a bit like that. wasn't he?
Rampage was fucking
He was
insane.
fucking hilarious.
But for me, so far, a light heavyweight from what I remember and what I've seen, Dominic Reyes against John Jones was probably the best fight of the last years.
No, the Zhang Weili fight was.
No, I'm talking about
Heavyweights.
the light heavyweight.
Okay.
It's probably the one that was the best, and I think that kid deserves another shot at the title.
100% because I
And
think
he will win it. He will win it.
I think he won the fight.
And he knew.
Yeah.
He won the fight. And I think John Jones knew
The
that
judging
he
was
lost.
fucking atrocious, mate.
But it's again,
Atrocious.
but that's again, go back to Holloway yesterday with Volkanovski. It's the same shit.
Yeah, the only thing I can think about it, and I heard someone else say this in terms of the referee, and I think it was Dan Hardy or some other guy on BT that was saying maybe the judges are looking at this. Oh, if we judge it all 3 rounds to Holloway, the last 2 rounds don't count, so we don't even need to bother with them. Maybe they thought, oh, we'll give him the first 2 rounds, third round we'll be a bit open about, and then it makes it more of a decision at the end. That's the only thing people can say. Is that what they were thinking? But if they were thinking that, you're fixing a fight. You're fixing the fight.
Or what you do is you see the entire fight until the end, and then you fucking score it.
Yeah.
The fucking 5
Exactly.
rounds in one go, you score it. You don't score round by round.
That's what they're doing, and they're fixing a fight.
But that's again, it's
You're
the
not judging
system.
a fight, you're fixing a
Hey,
fight.
but that's the fucking system again, the way they do it.
Well, like we say, Dana was furious about
But
it.
I saw somebody yesterday, if you can see it on the highlights, when they were putting the Twitter comments coming up after the fight. I don't know who it was, but it was a fighter from welterweight, I think, that just put, Volkanovski, do you actually call this a statement?
Yeah, that was probably Cejudo because he called out Volkanovski again. Cejudo had a lot to say on Twitter that night.
But he now has nothing to do, you know.
Yeah, he does. To be fair, he normally has a lot to say on most days, but
I can imagine he's just sitting at home with his 2 belts, one on each side in the couch.
One of them's not his anymore. It's what's his name?
No,
Jan.
he's still
Jan's got his
keeps
belt
it.
now,
He still
mate.
keeps it. You know, it's not the
Jan
same
went
belt.
round his. Dana ran to his ass quickly and go, all right, give me the belt, Cejudo. Come on. All right, let's have a shot then, shall we? Let's do a little jambuka.
It's funny, man. It's actually funny. That's a different sound.
Yeah, slightly different, like a wet fart.
Don't get fined.
Yeah, it's alright, I'm not doing it provocatively.
With intent. With clear
There's no
intent.
intent, there's no intent. Right, Bruno, go on, smash these bad boys out.
Whew.
I've enjoyed this podcast so far, mate.
It's nice.
Bruno.
Maybe because we're doing it at midnight.
Bruno, death comes for us all.
Is Death a prostitute?
What?
I don't know. If she comes for us all.
You've never made a prostitute come, mate. If she said she was lying.
She was lying.
Paid to say. What I want to ask you, Bruno, is rhythm really a dancer?
Well, you're gonna have to ask who wrote those lyrics.
Is God really a DJ?
Faithless.
What's love got to do with it?
Nothing, actually.
How do you dance on the ceiling? There's so many questions.
You look good on the dance floor. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. Did she look good on the dance floor? Okay, anyway, let's move on to rumours, Bruno. I know you like this section. It's one of my favourites. I've heard some more about you this week. Out and about, I'm doing my rounds around town, asking people if they've heard any rumours about you.
Farting with intent at police officer.
You did fart with intent at police officer. It was very provocative, according to them.
It cost me £400.
Yeah, that isn't actually one of the ones I've got. But
The fart police.
Did you say that to them at the time? What are you, the fart police?
Yeah. And they actually were.
They we're the forts police. So. All right, Bruno. So first one I've heard, you once travelled back in time just to lay pipe. Some sort of Marty McFly situation.
Brother, to lay pipe, I'll go back in time any day. Especially if it's some pipe that I didn't lay down at the time.
Yeah. Just make sure they're consenting.
I just need to make sure that Christina doesn't know what lay pipe means.
The next one I've heard is that you don't pay taxes.
Actually, I need to pay them now that I think about it.
Oh, we got him.
No, the corporate ones.
Yeah, all right. I've heard that you caused a chlamydia outbreak at your university.
No, that was not me. Pino, I'm sorry.
That was Pino, was it? Get out, you dirty bastard. You were there when that thing happened, but no one can prove anything.
That reminds me of something that you told me a few weeks ago. That something happened and I was there. That thing.
It says you were there when it happened, but no one can prove anything.
Yeah, probably. When was it? How many years ago?
That
is that thing that you're talking about?
Didn't say. The last one I've heard is after you use the toilet, it resembles a crime scene.
It actually does, man. It actually does.
So all of them are true this week, are they?
No.
Which one's not true?
The chlamydia one.
But the taxes one is. You don't pay taxes.
No, I do pay taxes as well.
You're a liar then. Right, what do we reckon? Shot?
No, I'm good with shots.
No, we're going to do a shot. Fuck. Let's do one of these.
We should have taken the sambuca for last. Because it leaves that nice flavour in your mouth.
Yeah, okay. Oh, sugar. Yeah, help me out here, mate.
Mate, you need to control your Parkinson.
Can't, mate.
What the fuck was that?
The only thing I've got in common with Muhammad Ali.
Because you don't fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
I'm a better boxer, though.
Oh! That's
a big claim. Big claim. We laid it down here today.
Can you back it up? Can you back that shit up?
Come at me. Right, come on then. Fucking come on then.
Fucking hell, mate.
Sandra. That was not bad, actually. Bit of an aftertaste, but...
Hey, producer, you need to stop with the alcohol consumption.
Yeah, innit? He's fucking spaced out. Alright, so let's move on to some jokes, Bruno. Okay, so first joke. I went to buy some camouflage trousers the other day, but I couldn't find any.
I wonder why.
A sandwich walks into a bar. The barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here."
Okay.
Okay. So Bruno, there was a man who entered a local paper's pun contest. He sent in 10 different puns in the hope that at least one of the puns would win. Unfortunately, no pun intended. That's quite good, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay, so a lorry load of tortoises crashed into a train load of terrapins. What a turtle disaster. Bruno, what do you call a referee, an Englishman at... Oh, I've just ruined it. What do you call an Englishman at the final of a World Cup? A referee.
Oh, yeah, because you guys never go to the final.
Exactly. What do you call a useless piece of skin on a cock? A man. That's one for the feminists out there. We got you.
We support you.
Okay, two Ariels meet on a roof, fall in love and get married. The ceremony was rubbish, but the reception was brilliant. So this is one, I think this is maybe a Tommy Cooper joke.
Where are the dark ones, you know?
Oh no, I've not gone for them this week.
Ah, shit.
This one's alright. A woman gets on the bus with her baby. The bus driver says, "Ugh, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." The woman walks to the rear of the bus and sits down, fuming. She says to the man next to her, the driver just insulted me. The man says, "You go up there and tell him off. Go on, I'll hold your pug for you."
That must have been a fucking ugly motherfucker.
That's a good one, that. Alright, we'll move on. I've got some animal sort of stories. They're not good ones, but the European hamster has been added to the critically endangered list. They're among the new additions to the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Their red list. European hamsters are much larger variety of the Syrian or dwarf hamsters that are kept as pets. It's believed that human influence on the hamster's habitat is being investigated as a cause of the species decline. The IUCN says global warming, industrial development, light pollution and plantations may be possible causes. European hamster numbers have dropped by 75% in European across French region of Alsace in Germany and across Eastern Europe, because female hamsters now give birth to fewer babies than they once did. Experts believe if nothing's done, they could go extinct in the next 30 years. Not good. We need to do something about this. Why are you laughing? Because it's hamsters.
Yep.
Yeah, but
especially because your brother has one.
Yeah, but that's not a European one. That's a little dwarf one, isn't it?
I don't even call that a dwarf. That's something.
I call it banjo food. It's not only European hamsters that have been added to the red list, Bruno. There are 33 species of lemur that have been named by IUCN as critically endangered, with 103 of 107 types of lemur threatened with extinction. This is mainly due to deforestation, although some species are also threatened by hunting. I mean, what are you doing hunting a lemur? Like, come on.
You said ligma.
Yeah, you can ligma.
You can ligma.
So then, also, the North Atlantic whale is said to be one step from extinction, with fewer than 250 mature individuals to be believed to have been alive at the end of 2018.
Stop fucking kill them then.
So it could be even less. Like, I mean, what is wrong with people that they can't wake up and see the impact that we're having on the natural environment?
People don't give a shit, man.
Well, that's a problem. And like, this is one of the reasons that I've become vegetarian, is because of the impact of the meat industry.
Yeah, I know, but I would consider going vegetarian, but I like meat too much.
I know. But you know what? Someone who pisses me off about this sort of thing, very outspoken about global warming and saving the environment. Lewis Hamilton.
He's a fucking prick.
Yeah. Race car driver. Do you know how much fuel those things use? And there's 24 of them on the track at one time? Every week? How do they get to the locations, Bruno? Private jets? So 24 racers, more than that, on private jets with their teams. Then they transport the cars. How do they do that?
Plane? Or, no, not plane, trucks.
Yeah, which burn fucking massive amounts of fossil fuels. So they're having a huge impact on the environment. So how dare you be a hypocrite? Okay, great, you're using your platform and your large audience to spread an important message, but you are one of the fucking prime contributors.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, so I mean, well, that's a bit of a difficult note to end on, really. But should we end on a shot?
I still have the whiskey,
Yeah,
so let's
well,
leave the shot.
Drink a bit of whiskey.
What do you have to say about your little globe?
Mm.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, I've messed it up. Let's try and fix it. Sorry, guys.
Do you have the
it's my
auxiliary
birthday.
tool?
It's my birthday on Wednesday, 15th of July, for anyone who wants to send me a gift. Oh shit, where's the auxiliary?
I don't know. You're the one who...
You can go and grab it from that box.
You fucking cunt.
Let's fix the globe, mate. You were the one who brought it up.
You're the one who touched it.
Yeah, I was trying to spin it.
Crazy.
I was trying to spin it.
This auxiliary tool.
It's either I spin this or spin your jaw.
Auxiliary tool.
Right, there we go. So it's basically it's something that Bruno and his fiance have bought me for my birthday. It's supposed to be a floating globe between two magnets.
And it is.
It is, but is it going to work if I remove this? I've done it too quickly.
You need to do it quickly and...
No, you need to do it slowly. There you go. There you go, it's floating. I don't know if you can pick that up on the video, but... Or an audio, you definitely can't if you're listening on Spotify.
Definitely.
But the globe is successfully floating between two magnets.
There goes the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah, fuck you, Flat Earthers. This is proof. The magnetic north and south.
But it's actually cool, man.
You're fucking infatuated with it. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
take your eyes off it.
When she told me, oh, let's buy this, I'm like... I was a little bit, skeptic about it. I'm like, will it...
You were obviously like, well, what's Kenneth going to do with this?
He's still locked. He's not doing anything. That's actually a funny thing.
You like that?
Yeah, I think it will go nice close to your McBride's bar.
Yeah, in the bar. Oh, fuck's sake.
No.
Difficult to spin it, really,
Yeah.
without fucking it up.
Well, you don't need to spin it.
That's a major disappointment for me. I almost want to send it back.
Oh, there you go. It's spinning.
There you go, it's spinning. Accidentally, but it's spinning.
Oh man, okay. It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
It's just
It's interesting, isn't it?
a little reminder.
Science.
So
How do things work? Physics, I suppose.
physics.
I'd prefer if it was actually Jupiter. I'd prefer if it was Jupiter, Bruno, but, I'll make do with Earth, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. You wanted Uranus.
I wanted Uranus, and I never do. I keep telling you that I don't want it. You keep offering me Uranus, and I keep saying no.
No, I want to send a rocket to Uranus.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you keep saying it, I'm going to go to HR. Right?
We don't even work
I'm
in
going
the
to set
same
up a
company.
HR department for me to go to.
HR department for this podcast.
But there you go, there's my spinning globe for my birthday. I would have preferred money, but...
Well, you can always sell it.
How much does that go for on the black market?
You don't need to know. Sell it to the Flat Earth Society.
No,
I'm
they're
pretty sure
going
they will
to
love
get
it.
beaten up. I might not just show off my boxing skills, wouldn't I?
Well, yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Alright guys, well we're going to end it there. Thank you very much for joining us or listening. If you're listening on Spotify or Anchor or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, we're on fucking all of them. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Adios, motherfuckers.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Perfect.